Hey everybody, this is Joe from the Long Shot Revival Homestead. I'm making a video today about seeding, and it probably seems a little early for that, but it's not. I've got winter rye here. It can germinate down to 34 degrees, and if we get a cold snap and it doesn't germinate, a percentage of it's going to germinate when it warms up, and it's going to add nitrogen to the soil if we till it in. And if not, it's going to be good feed for the pigs, which truthfully, I see no reason to till it in when the pigs can eat it. So I've just got a 10,000 or 12,000 square foot plot here that I'm seeding, but I think if I was going to give advice to someone trying to emulate this, and I'm not the creator of this little system, my mentor does it and I'm trying to recreate it on my property, I would definitely strongly encourage I think it's called a Earthway satchel seeder. It might be called something else, but it's some type of satchel seeder, because I've got this push along seeder and I didn't till this. I don't plan on tilling it until after the next time pigs come off it. And I have low back problems, and it's quite difficult going over the bumps and being bent over pushing it. Maybe some people who are a little more vertically challenged wouldn't have that issue, but it's very painful for me. So I figured I'd take a break, talk about what I'm doing today. So the whole system is that we have a little over an acre of pasture here, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's divided into two, then it'll be divided into three. The plan is to find out how many pigs we can grow here, primarily on forage, and we're trying to move to just hay and grain and get away from bread, and grow these pigs out primarily on just forage and bread. And I want to plant a small apple orchard, grow apples for them, maybe find some other passive ways to grow food for them, collect acorns, very good for the pigs. But yeah, no, the premise of this system I've been trying to get in place since I started is have a breeding pen that's divided into twos that you can plant, leave them there for a few months. Once they beat it up pretty bad, push them over to the other side, plant, and just rotate them back and forth. That way they're getting mineralized, they're getting exercised, and they're having a happy life, enabling them to be better parents, to produce better pigs so I can produce better products. And then this part, we got three 12,000 square foot plots. Maybe it's a little more than that, but let's just say for reference 12,000 square foot. And if I can plant 12,000 square feet and get 2 or 3 pounds of feed per square foot, put my pigs on it for a couple weeks, maybe 2 months, and it's going to be a learning curve. See how long I can put on it until they've ate everything off it, and then push them to the next one. You do, let's say 2 pounds. That'd be conservative and be easy math. That's 24,000 pounds of feed that they have access to, let's say 2 months. So even if you had 24,000 pounds of feed and you had 30 pigs, it's a little over 700 pounds of feed per pig. If my little pea brain can do that type of math, it's like 20 pounds or something like that. You know, somebody can comment and correct me if they want to, but that's not the point. You get 720 pounds of feed per pig times 3 is 3 lanes. That's what, 72,000 pounds, and then you probably get a second planting each year and double that. And so let's say you get it in each one twice. That's 6 times. 7 times 6 is 4,200, so probably closer to 4,500 pounds of feed. So then you break that down even further, and you say, okay, well, each pig's getting 4,500 pounds of feed, and we've got 365 days a year, and we'll just play it by year because that's a growth cycle. I know it's probably going to be 9 months they're getting actual feed for, but I'm going to work with that. So 4,500 pounds of feed divided by 365 days is a lot of feed per day. Feed opportunity. And maybe my math's way off. I'll post this, and then I'm sure somebody will say, "Ooh, you suck at math." Well, congratulations. Here I am. But it's regardless, however the math plays out, that's a lot of feed, and it's good for them. It's good for the soil. It keeps the environment clean. It's the whole. That's why we don't need vaccines here. That's why we don't need antibiotics here. Those things are a very rare occurrence on this farm. And the longer we do it, the less we use them. We're hoping we get to a point where we'll never use them. But moral of the story is today I'm overseeding about 50 pounds of rye, which might sound crazy into this little bit, but that was like $25 for a 50-pound bag, and let's say we get that 2 pounds of feed. On 12,000 square feet, you got 24,000 pounds of feed for $50. It's pretty cheap per pound, a lot cheaper than going to the grain mill. But I'm gonna try to do like a whiteboard on this, because I'm starting to get people who want to learn from me. And it's not that I'm super original. Wow, I can't hold this thing steady. Getting old. It's not that I'm super original. I'm not coming up with this stuff on my own. But I don't think that means I can't share it. I think that's the whole point of farming is, you learn from one person, you put your own spin on it, and you pass it on. And I would love, to develop a group of locals, or just develop a group of locals that we work together. I'm part of stuff online with people. I've got a mentor. There's a really good group I'm a part of, the Anyone Can Farm Tribe on Facebook, and that's really productive and positive. But I think it would be really cool if I could pass on what I know to local people, veterans or not, and help them get into this. But at this moment, I'm going to try to get back to seeding because my back's not sore at the moment, and I really want to get this done before the day's over. But I think I kind of explained where I'm going with this out, and I'll review this, and if I think I need to, I'll make some more videos on this. But at any rate, I will talk to everyone later, and I'm sure I'll be pushing more videos out because I want to document everything I do so I can look back on it. Not because it's original, I'm the first one to do it, but just because I think it's going to be cool to show my kid, my 2.5-year-old and my 5-year-old, when they're 15 or 20, like, this is where we started and this is where we are now. And this is the process, we learned. And YouTube's an easy way to document it, and that's just it. But I'll talk to you all later. Have a good day. Bye.